little man. He's like, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. Pretty cool little turtle rescue there. I'm headed out to the barn this morning to get the horses out. It's going to be the first day in, well, let's see, Mr. Wonderful's been here since Saturday. And so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, first day in 3 days that it has not rained, which the rain has been glorious, not complaining at all. Speaking of which, rain gauge check here. We got another 1 3/4 inches. So that is, let's see, I had 2.5, so 3 and, no, 4 1/4, I guess is what that would be. If it's not, you know, chicken math, sheep math, or cow math, I'm not good at it. So we've gotten a lot of rain in the past days, and it's been wonderful. But I have got, yesterday I fixed the Muscadine jelly that did not gel up, and the first batch, and it did gel up the second time. So I am going to go ahead and drop in the recipe and what I did there. I got it off of another YouTuber's video. I just looked it up and went ahead and fixed the jelly, and it did, like I said, this morning it was set up and it was good. So I'll go ahead and share that with you, how I fixed that jelly. And canned another batch of Muscadine jelly. I think I tagged like 17 jars this morning. Made a loaf of bread. And then, of course, this morning in the kitchen, we were working on getting pears canned. So I'm going to drop all of that footage in right here. And then I'm going to go out and put the ponies outside. Okay, you guys, so I have this Muscadine jelly that did not set up, and I am actually going to try a recipe that fixes it. So I am going to put all of these, open all of these jars, and I've made sure that I've marked my lids so that I know that these are not new lids, they've already been used. And then I'm putting them in a measuring cup. I've got to measure it so I know how many quarts I have. And then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of lemon, and 4 teaspoons of pectin. So I'm measuring it, and then they'll all go in this stock pot. Okay, so I ended up with 8 cups,
which is 2 quarts
of liquid. And so now we're going to add accordingly. So for 2 quarts, which is what I had, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sugar, a whole cup of water, 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 8 teaspoons of pectin. Okay, I have my jelly, my failed jelly, at half heat, and we're heating it up. I am going to add 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 cup of water, and 8 teaspoons of pectin. And I'm going to bring that up to a boil. Also, for those of you who are wondering about how my blackberry pie came out, I will drop a little video of when I cut it in right here. Look at my pie, you guys. My blackberry pie. And it's not falling out of the crust. It stands up on its own 2 feet. I'm so proud. Isn't that just amazing? It is so delicious, and it stood on its own 2 feet. And I was just so excited about it. And Mr. Wonderful has, well, it's like 2/3 gone. I've had 2 slices, so if that tells you anything. And the second batch of jelly that we did with the new pectin that I thought did not gel up, did gel up. Here is a jar that was like a half jar that I kept for myself. And look, you guys, that's jelly. So the new pectin did work from Hoosier. I think it's Hoosier Kill. We decided to start buying our pectin in bulk, and so we tried this, and I did follow the exact recipe that is on the back. For that, it only made 4 jars, which is kind of a bummer, but it does work, and that is the pectin that we are using today. So we are up to a boil, so I am going to start my timer for 1 minute and let this boil for 1 minute. Okay, we're gonna add our sugar. That's a half of a cup of sugar. Stir it in, and we'll bring it back up to a boil. Okay, we are back up to a rolling boil that I cannot stir down. So we will cook it for 1 minute. All right. Turn it off. I'm going to take it off the heat. Okay, we are going to skim the foam off of the top here. Oh no. Just easier said than done, trust me. Make it a little bit easier. There we go. All right. Oh, I'm getting greedy. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, everybody is back in the canner. Well, not everybody. I have one partial jar over here that I'm going to let cool off. I'll put it in the fridge for my own consumption. These guys are all going to get water bath canned for 15 minutes in our digital pressure canner. But I do need to fill it up with water so that there is 1 inch of water above the tops of the jars. Which is why when I'm canning, you guys always see a pot of water boiling on the stove. That's what that is for. All right, that is 1 inch of water. Fingers crossed it works. I hope so, and I hope it tastes good. I hope it doesn't change the taste of it. So, because the syrup itself, you know, the jelly that didn't set up, was absolutely delicious. It would have been great for like syrup over pancakes. So I'm hoping that this is not going to change the flavor. It's still going to taste really good, but it's jelly when it comes out. So, and we won't know until it cools completely down. That is the thing with jelly that I am new to learning, is that with jelly you really need to give it that full 12 hours until it's completely cooled down before you can know whether or not it didn't gel. So most of the time with our jams, you know, our jams come out pretty thick, and so we kind of know. But with jellies, they a lot of times come out of the canner liquid and then they firm up to be jelly. So also in kitchen news, I had a couple bananas, so I went ahead and made banana chocolate chip walnut bread this morning. Okay, I'm gonna know that it worked because this gelled nicely. So I believe we're gonna have a good batch of jelly. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. It's cool enough now. This is done. All right, there they all are. This was the surprise in the pantry that I've been keeping from you guys. I had about a 50-pound box of pears that was given to me by a client of mine. So we're just going through and peeling these, coring them, and cutting them in quarters and putting them in jars. And they will go in a very light, simple syrup of 5.5 cups of water to a cup and 3/4 of sugar made into a syrup on the stove. And we just pack the jars with the pears and then pour the syrup over the top. And then they go in the canner. All right, the barn is empty. Makes for a nice, peaceful, quiet time when you're cleaning the barn. I'm not gonna do that right now though, because I gotta go to work, but all of the kiddos are out enjoying their breakfasts and their pastures. We're going to have a nice, I'm sure that we will have some very dirty horses this evening when we bring them in. There's my packed bag for the farm stand. But here's the jelly that we reset. So it is set up well, which is great news. And I didn't know, and I still don't know if I'm convinced, but so I didn't know that you can actually have jelly that's too firm. Like upon my research of jelly that didn't gel, there was actually people online that were complaining and wanting to know how to fix too firm jelly. And I had no idea that was even a thing. So anyway, we're still experimenting with the new pectin that we got, but I did do a new batch yesterday, which was 4.5 cups of sugar, 5.5 cups of muscadine juice, a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice, and 6 tablespoons of my Hoosier Hill pectin, and it gelled up fine. But it takes a full 12, 14 hours before it gels up. You don't think it's gonna happen. And then, I mean, all day yesterday I kept looking at it and I'm like, it's not gonna gel up, it's not gonna gel up. And then I got up this morning and it was gelled up. So let's get these pears out of the canner. What am I doing wrong here? All right. Was kind of fun this morning, tag teaming canning with Mr. Wonderful, with him being here. Oh, and that's all that's left of the blackberry pie. Look at the pretty pears. Those are gonna be delicious. Well, you guys, I had a wonderful time in the kitchen with you guys doing some canning and getting some preserving done, and I hope that you had a beautiful day or are having a beautiful day whenever it is that you watch this video. You take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yours truly.